Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. My name's Darren Evans and this is BD Performance Story Time. Now today I'm going to tell you a tale of woe. Let's forget the storybook. Anyway, it is really a tale of woe this. So we've got a long-term customer. We're going to call him Jack. I'm not going to give you a surname, but Jack's been with us for about 3 or 4 years now. He's got an absolutely beautiful Mk2 RS. Now the car's only covered some 22 to 25,000 miles. It's been used minimally. It's his second car, so it's only a weekend car. Now Jack purchased the car for around about early 20s in terms of money, 23,000 pounds. So probably 6 or 7 years ago now. The car had been modified by others previously to his ownership, and the car was running circa 500 to 550 horsepower. It was on a GT3076 turbo setup. With that, it had some bits of fuel modifications, a lot of stuff that we really didn't know about. Anyway, briefly, about 3 years ago, we had the vehicle in to try and make it run a bit better. Now we found several little issues, got those resolved for probably about £1,500 to £2,000. Since then, the car was running fine up until very recently when Jack noticed that the exhaust system was blowing and thought that maybe now with the market value of the Mk2 RS going up, now was the time to get it back to us and get it sorted. So we got it shipped to us the other day, and that's where the story takes an absolute dive. Now the vehicle landed with us. We proceeded to have a look at it. Now we decided, Jack obviously wanted us to do the timing belt, so we proceeded to take the cylinder head off so that we could do the timing belt and also do the block mod at the same time, because the car had kind of been serviced but not been used that much in the last couple of years. Little did we know that we were going to be greeted with such a tale of misery is all I can describe it as. So just remember, guys, that issues don't come to those of you that's done a million miles. They also come to the people that have maintained and have got low mileage car. Now the first thing that we noticed was the downpipe itself had actually torn. Now it was a well-known brand. I'm not going to go into that, but it had torn. I think more than anything it was to do with the design of how it'd been set up overall. Anyway, I digress slightly. That had ripped, so that was causing the blow, and there was a huge hole in that. We moved on then to obviously remove the cylinder head and check all the other bits. Now, little did we know that we were going to be greeted with some damage to the piston, but not only that, some damage to the wall of the bore itself. Now, that result there meant that this already forged engine needed to be removed and it needed to be redone. We thought that we were going to get away with 83.5mm, but the story of woe doesn't stop there. It isn't just Focus STs that crack cylinders and crack liners, because this one had actually cracked the liner as well, and a really good job too. So we've almost got a full house here. We've got damaged pistons, we've got a cracked cylinder wall, we've got the downpipe damaged. Let's go into some of the other things that we found. The turbo itself, GT3076, as I said, the housing had cracked, and it was actually the seals had gone on it as well. But not only that, poor Jack, when we pulled the engine out, we found out that the clutch had actually got to the end of its life, so that's going to need replacing. Alongside that, finally, just to really put the icing on the cake for the poor young man, we found one damper on the rear, which was had failed. It was BC system. It's been on there for a number of years. It's also been sat up, remember, so that's not always a good thing, but you know, obviously we realised that the value of these things is going up. And also he had a broken front spring, so we're going to replace the 2 coilovers, we're going to replace both rear dampers, we're going to put a new clutch in it, rebuild an engine for him, change the turbo setup. I think it's going to a sidewinder, and hopefully get Jack back on the road with an upgraded fuel system. And then obviously to cap that all off, we'll get hopefully Simon over to map it on the 𝘎𝑉𝑥. It's already on 𝘎𝑉𝑥 engine management. So don't rest on your laurels, guys. Make sure that you're checking these vehicles. Even if you put them away, make sure that you're checking them, bringing them out, making sure that everything's right. Get them MOT'd on an annual basis to make sure that everything is okay, because just looking at it yourself isn't good enough. But you know, if Jack had put this back on the road and then just taken it out, gone to an MOT, they may not have picked up on some of these things, and this may have been, well, I don't know if it could have been any worse, but that's for sure. The only saving grace, obviously, as many of you know, is that the value of these Mk2s, especially in Ultimate Green, which is what this car is, has risen. He's probably increased in value from sort of mid-20s up to mid-40s maybe for this sort of car. Now, that, as it may be, doesn't mean that it's a great thing to spend all the equity that he had in the car, but at least he's not going to be upside down in it. But, yeah, basically it's a really good idea to check your car over. Even if you've got it stored in a bubble or anything like that, make sure that it's used, make sure that it's serviced regularly, and make sure you check it over. An MOT should pick up on a lot of these things. But this just highlights the issue that, you know, something so pandered and so baby can still have an issue. And don't get me wrong, this car is absolutely immaculate. The paint works brilliant on it. It's been stored properly. We're actually going to do an underbody restoration on it and everything. The budget for this particular project I'll probably discuss when we've completed it. I probably will give you a bit of an insight into the work that we've done on it and what rectifications needed, you know, what we've required, what's been required to be done, what we may have modified on it, and go through the whole thing going forwards. But if you enjoy this sort of content, then please hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit that bell icon to stay notified, and comment down below if there's anything similar that you'd like to see. We'll try and get it done for you. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. It really does help us out. But for now, I've been Darren, this has been 𝙎𝙧 Performance, and we'll see you in the next video.